Knowledge is knowing the truth. Wisdom is knowing what to do with it. Knowledge is theoretical. Wisdom is practical. Knowledge fills libraries. Wisdom fills lives. Knowledge is truthful. Wisdom is useful. Knowledge provides information. Wisdom provides transformation. Knowledge tells you what to believe. Wisdom tells you how to behave. Knowledge finds the problem. Wisdom finds the solution. Knowledge is for smart people. Wisdom is for humble people. Let me say there's a big difference. There's a big difference. You can only have wisdom if you're humble enough to listen, to repent, to learn, and obey. Knowledge has increased, but wisdom has decreased. We live in a day when we have more access to more information than any generation in the history of the world. And we're not wiser. True? No. Instead, what we have is an inundation of knowledge and a complete famine for wisdom. It's really hard to find wise people. And the question is, well, if you want to be wise, and I hope you want to be wise, I want you to be wise, where do you start? Wisdom begins with the fear of God. That's where it begins. Not with your self-esteem, not with loving yourself, not with being true to yourself, but getting to know who God is and honoring Him. The key to wisdom is not going into you, but going up to Him. That's where wisdom begins. I'll read it to you. Ecclesiastes 12:13, it's a wisdom book of the Bible, and here's the final statement. That's the whole story. Here's my final conclusion. What? Fear God. And if you fear God, you'll obey Him. If you don't obey Him, you don't fear Him. For this is everyone's duty. Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Where does wisdom begin? Fear of God. We've taken the glory and the majesty and the magnitude and the sovereignty and the wonder and the power and the authority out of God. And we've just reduced them down to a very safe version for us. Right? I mean, we're talking about the God who spoke creation into existence. We're talking about the God who looked in the days of Noah and said, I'm done. I'm drowning everyone except for one family. We're looking at God who in Sodom and Gomorrah was like, I'm tired of seeing those flags on that month. I'm burning it all to the ground. Okay? It's a fearful and dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Hell is real. The wrath of God is true, and God will not be mocked. People will reap what they sow. So at the end of the day, when you read the Bible, it should be like, I should probably do this. Because He's wise, and if I don't fear Him, I'm going to destroy myself.